Minister Maliki Osman.
Mr. Chairman, we have continually evolved our education system to meet the diverse and growing needs of all Singaporeans, and to ensure that every child in our country has the opportunity to grow, to blossom, and to realize their full potential, regardless of their starting point in life. I will focus on two areas MOE will do more in. First, we will strengthen support for students with special education needs, or SEN. Second, we will expand and enhance our post-secondary pathways to ensure that students can find different avenues to succeed. Let me start with our students with SEN. Mr. Ong Hua Han, Mr. Deborah David, Ms. Denise Phua, and Mr. Patrick Tay have asked about our support for students with SEN in their education journey. Mr. Chair, the needs of our students with SEN are varied and multifaceted, and require support from the whole of community, including MOE, government agencies, social service agencies or SSAs at different stages of their journey. Prime Minister Lawrence Wong shared the government's plans to support persons with disabilities in their work and daily lives as part of this year's budget. I will focus on our efforts during the schooling years. My MSF colleagues will touch on the support provided in the workplace and the community. MOE's priority is to provide good education for students with SEN, whether they attend our mainstream school or special education schools, or SPED schools. Today, about 30,000 SEN students, or 4 in 5, attend our mainstream schools. That's 80% of our SEN students attend mainstream schools. The remaining 8,500 with moderate to severe SEN receive special support in our SPED schools. We start by ensuring that these children have a strong start in their education journey, as we do for their peers in our mainstream schools. Well before their primary school years, MOE collaborates with hospitals to guide parents and caregivers on choosing suitable school settings and support to meet their child's needs. During the preschool years, children with developmental needs can also participate in early intervention programs. These programs are specifically designed to provide additional support for children in areas such as speech and language, social skills, and motor skills. I encourage parents to tap on these avenues and work with relevant healthcare and early childhood professionals. Early engagement between parents and professionals often leads to better outcomes, allowing us to provide the right support at the earliest opportunity. By addressing these needs early, we lay a strong foundation for the future learning journey of these students. We have put in additional resources for children with less severe SEN or severe SEN and who can access the national curriculum to make a smoother transition into mainstream schools. One example is the Transition Support for Integration, or TRANSIT, which we launched in 2021 to support schools in preparing children who may need additional support and as they enter primary 1. As of this January 2025, we have implemented transit in 98% of primary schools. By 2026, we will extend transit to all primary schools. In mainstream schools, our teachers undergo training to support our diverse learners in the classrooms before they enter the teaching service. There are also around 8 teachers with additional training and in special needs in every primary school and secondary schools. Beyond teachers, we have grown our number of SEN officers from 450 in 2016 to nearly 750 in 2024. Today, all primary and secondary schools have SEN officers who work closely with teachers, with school counselors, parents to support their students. I want to assure members that we are continually strengthening our support for our SEN officers by providing access to professional development opportunities to enhance their skills. For students enrolled in SPED schools, we agree with Mr. Patrick Tay on the importance of working closely with partner agencies, SSAs, and families to support their diverse needs. Our priority is to ensuring that students, teachers, and leaders across all SPED schools have access to the same kind of developmental opportunities and support as do their colleagues in our mainstream schools. We can only achieve this by moving together, not as 25 separate SPED schools, but as one SPED sector. So that we can maximize the potential of the SPED ecosystem and better support our SPED students. This is why we have strengthened our collaborations with the SPED sector over the years to enhance the accessibility and quality of education in our SPED schools. Let me focus on 3 enhancements. First, we will continue to raise the quality of curriculum in our SPED schools. In the past, there was no common curriculum among our SPED schools, and each SSA leading their school developed their own curriculum. This resulted in diverse teaching and learning practices, as well as schooling experiences for their students. So between 2020 and 2024, we worked closely with our SPED schools to co-develop and implement 7 SPED teaching and learning syllabuses, or TLSs, giving more detailed guidance to the overarching SPED curriculum framework articulated in 2012. These syllabuses were progressively introduced across diverse domains, from visual arts to socio-emotional learning, as well as communication and language. With the completion of the TLSs in 2024, we now have a national SPED curriculum across all SPED schools to pave the next lap of excellence in teaching and learning. Having visited several SPED schools, I am personally encouraged by how our SPED practitioners, both educators and allied professionals, have leveraged the curriculum to deliver engaging lessons that meet the wide-ranging students' needs. I thank our educators and partners in the SPED community who have worked tirelessly with us to develop this national SPED curriculum, and encourage the broader SPED fraternity to deepen the use of these resources. Second, we will partner with schools to better integrate digital tools in our SPED schools. Today, we have a range of technologies and applications to reduce the workload of teachers in our mainstream schools. So for example, we have applications that facilitate communication between teachers and parents. And some of us who are parents who are in schools today, we know that teachers would be familiar with using Parents Gateway to liaise with their parents. Our SPED schools, on the other hand, have different systems and processes to manage their administrative work because they are different organizations with different needs. There is room for greater productivity. So for example, while teachers in mainstream schools can leverage technologies to track their students' progress and learning outcomes, some educators in our SPED schools do so manually today. We are working with SPED schools and our social service agencies to explore the possible digital solutions for SPED school processes, including the potential extension of existing MOE systems to our SPED schools. We need to study this carefully, though, to account for the diverse needs of our SPED students, our parents, as well as our SPED teachers. For example, a parent of a child with SEN will have a significantly different admissions process and experience from a parent with a child in a mainstream school. While the process of applying to a mainstream school can be largely automated, SPED schools will need additional information from parents and professionals to better understand their child's needs. We will explore this collaboration and introduce these digital solutions, and we will share the outcomes when they are ready. Third, we will work closely with our partners in the community to strengthen the collective expertise and professional creed among our SPED educators. We have worked with SSAs to progressively set up SPED Community of Practice, or COPs, as a platform for practitioners in schools, educators, and SSAs to collaborate professionally. The platform will support SPED educators in keeping up with new practices in the sector and across the many sub-specializations. We established the inaugural SPED COP for multiple disabilities last October, led by the Cerebral Palsy Alliance Singapore, with members from the Rainbow Center and AWA, or the AWW, Asian Women's Welfare Association. Another SPED COP for autism will be underway in the second half of 2025, I'm sorry. Mr. Chairman, MOE's support for students with SEN does not stop at schools. We also ensure that they transition well into higher education and the workplace. An increasing number of students with SEN progress from our mainstream and SPED schools into our post-secondary education institutions, including our Institutes of Technical Education, or ITEs. So today, ITE has a strong ecosystem in place to help students with SEN maximize their potential. These include dedicated SEN support officers and education and career coaches, as well as partners like SG Enable, or SGE. To strengthen support for students with SEN to transit from classrooms to the workplace, ITE and SGE started a program last year to provide them with further internship and employment support. This was what Mr. Darrell David had asked earlier. Under this program, students with SEN undergo training in areas such as personal grooming, resume writing, and interview preparation. These students are then placed in suitable internship roles. Members will be pleased to know that ITE and SGE worked very closely with participating students and employers to ensure that these internships are calibrated to meet the students' learning needs. One student, for example, in this program is Joseph, a Year 2 student with autism spectrum disorder and attention deficit hyperactive disorder in ITE's Higher NITEC in Retail and Online Business course. ITE helped Joseph secure an internship at Uniqlo outlet at Waterway Point. Joseph initially found it difficult to adjust to the work environment with high footfall and busy operations throughout the day. To support Joseph, a job coach from Touch Community Services visited him weekly at the store to train him on work skills, including communication, problem solving, and interpersonal skills. Very hands-on, the coaches are assigned personally to attend to students like Joseph during the internship experience. He was also given opportunities by Uniqlo to learn and apply these skills around the store. 2 months into the internship, Joseph had grown significantly and was awarded Best Customer Service Award by the store, just within 2 months of his internship. We're very pleased with that, and we hope more students like Joseph will benefit from the internship opportunities. So ITE and SGE are working closely to scale up the program to benefit more students. ITE will expand the internship support provided so that more students with SEN can benefit from such structured job support. Ms. Denise Pua asked about supporting continuing education for persons with disabilities. Mr. Chairman, their learning needs are diverse and complex, as we all know. In addition to specialized training opportunities curated by SGE, we have been working with training providers to make mainstream training programs more accessible to persons with disabilities. This is works in progress. More importantly, the lifelong learning ecosystem for these individuals must be well integrated with inclusive employment models and opportunities. This is why we take a whole of society approach with MSF and SGE taking the lead to support lifelong learning and their lifelong learning journey. Joseph's journey illustrates how an ecosystem of educators, employers, dedicated agencies, and job coaches can come together to support learning, the internship, and employment opportunities of our SEN individuals. I hope that there will be more of such stories as we work together to build an inclusive society. Mr. Chairman, beyond supporting those in need, we will also provide multiple pathways to meet the diverse aspirations of our students. For our students at the post-secondary level, we want to equip them with work-ready skills to thrive and in the future economy. For ITE students, we have made good progress in our curricular redesign. Starting with the selected courses from academic year 2022, ITE introduced a new enhanced 3-year curricular structure, leading directly to a higher NITEC certification. This curricular redesign streamlined the 2-year NITEC plus the 2-year higher NITEC structure, providing a more integrated pathway to equip our ITE students with deeper skills and a robust foundation for future skills upgrading. Around 15,000 students have benefited thus far. The first cohort graduates this July and has enjoyed a rigorous curriculum and extended industry attachments. We hope that they will enter the workforce empowered with a renewed sense of confidence. More students can look forward to these experiences as ITE transitions all remaining courses to the enhanced structure next year. Our support for ITE students also continues after they graduate. Last year, we introduced the ITE Progression Award, or IPA, which provides young ITE graduates with a total of $15,000 to upskill to a diploma earlier in their careers. We recognize that many ITE graduates aspire to upgrade their qualifications with higher level skills and can benefit from financial support to defray education costs and boost their savings. I am pleased to share that by end March, we would have awarded around $90 million to support the upgrading journeys of about 12,000 ITE graduates who enrolled in or completed their diplomas in 2024. I congratulate all of our 12,000 ITE graduates who have benefited from the IPA. To support our ITE graduates' different upskilling needs, we will extend the IPA to those who are upskilling via diplomas offered under the Singapore Work Skills Qualification, or WSQ, from 1st June this year. This means that the IPA will be extended to courses and to more courses beyond those offered by the ITE and the polytechnics. These WSQ diplomas are aligned to the skills framework and allows individuals to acquire skills and credentials to access good jobs. With this expansion, more than 30 diploma programs will be eligible for the IPA, on top of the 300 eligible programs that we already have today. Let me move on now to polytechnic students. Mr. Chair, for polytechnic students, we piloted new ways of learning, such as flexible curriculum workloads for students and short-term work attachments. Over 1,000 students have participated in these pilots, with 9 in 10 reporting that these programs have helped them. Learning from the pilots of our polytechnic, all our polytechnics, let me repeat that. Learning from the pilots, all our polytechnics will allow all students to customize their curriculum load. We will also work with institutions to provide students with a range of industry exposure opportunities earlier. So beyond these efforts, we will encourage our polytechnic students to explore their interests and develop skills along the way through Common Entry Programs, or CEPs. Under the CEP, students can explore different specializations within the sector through a common semester before deciding on a diploma of their choice. Dr. Wan Rizal will be happy to know that since its launch in 2017, the number of CEPs has increased to over 4 times to 25 today. They collectively provide access to 75% of all diplomas, while students can still choose specialized diplomas directly. The number of students entering CEPs has also increased to 25% of each polytechnic cohort, up from 10% in 2017. We will continue to work with our institutions to innovate and provide space for students to broaden their exposure and competencies. From academic year 2025, all schools in Republic Polytechnic, or RP, will offer a broad-based diploma option for students. They will cater to students who desire to both engage in multidisciplinary learning within their cluster and gain specialized skills through a selected major. So for example, rather than specializing in specific domain of engineering, such as aviation or robotics, students can choose to enter the diploma in engineering. While of the same duration, which is 3 years, as other diplomas, this diploma provides broad-based training in essential skills related to engineering sector like design, programming, and data analysis, allowing students to major in innovation and design, project management, and sustainable technology, depending on their interests. After graduating, students will have the flexibility to take on a wider range of jobs across different engineering domains. So in this case, students will also have the option to pursue minors to broaden their knowledge or deepen their expertise in their respective disciplines. So we hope that RP's experience will spur other polytechnics to also consider new opportunities for their respective students. Mr. Chairman, allow me to very quickly continue in Malay. Tuan Pengerusi, selepas 60 tahun kemerdekaan, kita tetap terus melabur dalam pendidikan rakyat Singapura. Kami akan terus berusaha gigih menyokong aspirasi pelajar yang pelbagai dan mengukuhkan sokongan untuk pelajar yang mempunyai keperluan yang berbeza-beza dan mempertingkatkan laluan pendidikan pasca menengah. Dengan lanskap ekonomi Singapura yang berubah dengan pesat, rakyat Singapura perlu sentiasa bersedia mempertingkatkan diri dengan kemahiran baharu untuk kekal relevan dalam dunia pekerjaan, menerapkan prinsip pembelajaran sepanjang hayat dalam jiwa dan kehidupan mereka. Kami amat prihatin dan memahami cabaran yang dihadapi oleh keluarga-keluarga yang mempunyai kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas. Perjalanan mereka sukar, tetapi mereka tetap teguh menghadapi cabaran membesarkan anak-anak mereka. Kami akan mengukuhkan sokongan kami kepada para pelajar keperluan pendidikan khas atau SEN dan keluarga mereka. Kami akan bekerjasama dengan agensi perkhidmatan sosial dan agensi-agensi lain untuk mempertingkatkan sokongan kurikulum untuk para pelajar ini serta memperkukuhkan pembangunan profesional bagi pendidik di sekolah-sekolah pendidikan khas atau SPED schools. Kami juga akur pentingnya memperdalamkan minat pelajar dalam bahasa ibunda mereka dengan kriteria kelayakan baharu yang disemak semula untuk bahasa ibunda lanjutan atau HMTL di peringkat menengah. Pelajar yang cemerlang dalam bahasa Melayu boleh mengambil subjek bahasa Melayu lanjutan tanpa mengambil kira prestasi akademik secara keseluruhan mereka. Ini juga mendedahkan mereka kepada pelbagai buku dan bahan-bahan sastera dan isu-isu kompleks, memperdalamkan penghargaan mereka terhadap budaya Melayu dan meluaskan pandangan dunia mereka. Kami akan terus menyediakan program-program khusus untuk mengukuhkan penguasaan bahasa Melayu pelajar kita untuk membentuk pemimpin bahasa dan budaya pada masa hadapan. Kami juga akan menyediakan pelbagai laluan untuk memenuhi aspirasi para pelajar kita yang berbeza-beza dan mengalu-alukan lebih ramai pelajar untuk memanfaatkan peralihan semula kursus Institut Pendidikan Teknikal kepada struktur kurikulum ITE 3 tahun yang dipertingkatkan menjelang tahun akademik 2026. Untuk memberi peluang kepada lebih ramai lulusan ITE meningkatkan kemahiran melalui diploma, kami akan memperluaskan anugerah kemajuan ITE atau IPA kepada kursus-kursus diploma yang dikeluarkan oleh Kelayakan Kemahiran Tenaga Kerja atau WSQ. Kami harap lebih ramai graduan kita yang dapat mempertingkatkan kemahiran mereka dengan tema dalam pembelajaran sepanjang hayat mereka. Mr. Chairman, to conclude, MOE is committed to ensuring that all children, regardless of their background, have the opportunity to reach out to their fullest potential. With great care and attention, and in partnership with parents and teachers and our fellow Singaporeans, we will ensure that the seeds we plant in our education system today grow into thriving Singapore of generations to come. Thank you.